Hi, my name is Jason Wapiennik, and I'm an attorney with Great Lakes Customs Law, and in this video we're going to be talking about domestic customs cash seizures. Now, most of my clients are people who are traveling into or out of the country, but over the years I've represented numbers of people who have had money seized by U.S. Customs when they're just traveling from one state to another, or even sometimes when they are shipping cash from one part of the country to another through less often the Postal Service, more frequently UPS or FedEx. And in those cases where they're shipping it, they find out through tracking information and frantic phone calls that the money has been taken by U.S. Customs, or in the case where they're flying from one state to another, they have an encounter with a Homeland Security Investigations officer who is asking them questions and maybe who thinks that them traveling with cash is a little bit suspicious. So how can U.S. Customs, that normally works at the border, seize money from people who are not crossing a border? The answer lies in what's called a legal doctrine called the customs carve-out. And in those cases, Customs can seize money. The reasons why are in books like this that I know you don't want me to go through on a video. But needless to say, it happens. If Customs has a certain amount of suspicion, they can take money, or if the agency that encounters you and finds that maybe you're suspicious, they think you're up to no good, if they encounter you, they can seize that money and then give it to Customs for Customs to complete the seizure and the forfeiture process. In such cases, Customs is the agency who decides if you get the money back. And all of the procedures involved for getting money back from people who have money seized internationally apply. So you have the right to file a petition. You have the right to file a claim. And the same kind of evidence needs to be provided. You're going to need to provide proof of where the money came from, what it was going to be used for, to show that there's nothing illegal about the source of the money or what the money was going to be used for. And also you're going to have to show that no law was being violated. So oftentimes I have read online and heard other attorneys say that when you have money seized, you need to file a claim. There's no point in filing a petition. I'm here to tell you today that if Customs is the agency that seized the money, domestically or otherwise, filing a claim might not be a good option. I always would consider filing a petition first. Maybe in certain cases it's not going to make sense to file a petition and you want to go straight to filing a claim, but most of the time a petition is a really good option for getting back more of your money, getting back your money quicker, getting back your money without as much of a headache. Because when you file a claim, as I've said in other videos, the claim starts a judicial process. And by filing a claim, you are basically asking to have a trial someday. And before that trial happens, there is going to be a lot of pressure on you to settle the case for a very small amount of money. Now, if you have $20,000 seized by Customs, if we file a petition and it's a domestic seizure, you might get back the full $20,000. But if you file a claim, the judicial process and the pressure that's going to build over the run-up to the actual trial is probably going to leave you with less money, and you're going to be forced into a position where you have to settle the case for far less money than you'd like to get back. So instead of getting back the full $20,000, you might 6 months into it be told that your case is worth $5,000 and you should sign this document that settles the case for $5,000, and that's what you're getting back. So if you've had money seized while traveling domestically or shipping it domestically, then you need to reach out to me so I can evaluate your case and tell you if you have any good options for getting all or most of the money back. You can give me a call at 734-855-4999 or visit our website at greatlakescustomslaw.com. Reach out to me. I'll be happy to go through your case at no obligation to you and tell you what I can do for you and what you can expect as an end result.